I'm Taylor Reach.
I'm Stephen Glass.
I'm Connor Milligan. You're watching Bruins Banter TV.
Welcome back to Bruins Banter TV. We're here at Power Dodge where the Bruins are putting on a meet and greet event. And we decided to take the opportunity to do a little challenge event. I am challenging Hudson Morrison to a race. I think considering he's a rookie and I'm a veteran reporter and I clearly know more about cars, I think I've got a better chance to win this than he does. But we'll see what happens. We've got 4 guys pushing for us. My guys are committed. They know they can win this and they're going to do it.
Boys, who do you think's going to win this race?
Oh, it's definitely us out there today.
Yeah, the boys from Southwest probably. Oh, definitely us too. We're going to bring it home. I think so, yeah. It's all the muscle power though behind them.
Oh, we're definitely taking this one here. A couple of pretty strong guys here. Lewis can drive pretty good, so we're taking her.
Ready? Set, go!
Welcome back to Bruin Banter TV. We're joined by Bruins defenseman Tyler Poskis. Tyler, I see you tweeting all the time about Lithuania. Obviously, you've got some Lithuanian heritage there. I thought we could talk about that today. Just tell us a little bit about your family history.
My dad is full 100% Lithuanian. My mom is not. She's from Manitoba. But yeah, whole dad's side of the family, all from there. So there's a lot of Lithuanian stuff going on at my house, a lot of traditional dinners and Olympics, a lot of cheering for Lithuania, stuff like that.
So did your dad move to Canada when he was younger?
There was a little bit of confusion in the family history. His dad was pretty private about all that stuff, so he was very young when he moved here. Probably before school started. He started going to school here and learned English from there.
Yeah, sure. As far as sports, you were talking about the Olympics. Obviously, Lithuania picked up a few medals there. Tell us about some of the sports where Lithuanians tend to do pretty well.
Swimming, 100-meter breaststroke women's. Rūta Meilutytė won the gold medal for us, and we got another gold medal in women's modern pentathlon, and a couple golds there, a silver medal, and a couple bronze. And basketball didn't really win it for us, which was what we were hoping for. That's our sport, but didn't pull through in the quarterfinals against Russia.
Can you say that name again, like really fast?
Rūta Meilutytė.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you mentioned basketball. Usually Lithuanians are pretty competitive, but hockey too. You've got a few guys who have been in the NHL.
Yeah, we got Dainis Zubris and Darius Kasparaitis. So we've got 2 NHLers in our history, and Andre Padan, who was just drafted last year, plays for Russia and all the international tournaments. So that's an up-and-comer for us.
You seem to be pretty good at pronouncing these names. Can you speak Lithuanian at all?
No, I would not be able to hold a conversation. I used to listen to my dad and my grandpa talk all the time, and I caught a little bit from that. I could maybe greet and say hello to a few people, but I could not hold a full conversation.
Can you say a couple words for it?
Labas, geras darbas, geras super skola.
What does that mean?
It was hi, how you doing? Just a casual greeting.
I'm doing good. How are you? That was English. As far as hockey, you mentioned there's a few guys. If you were to make it further in hockey, would you consider yourself kind of, obviously you're a Canadian, but obviously representing Lithuania a little bit there?
That'd be fantastic, actually. It could get citizenship, and that'd be great. Compete for them at international tournaments. I would do that for sure. Thinking about that.
For people who don't know a whole lot about the country, maybe just give us a little bit of background as far as geography and things like that.
It's about 3 million people, west of Russia, a small little country bordering Latvia, Belarus, Poland, and capital is Vilnius. Another major city is Kaunas, where a lot of the famous people are from that come from there. Our family says that we used to rule all of Europe, but hard to say. It's such a small country now, I can't really see that happening, but we like to think that. So.
All right, you've got everything you need to know about Lithuania. I'm sure you thought you were going to learn all about that country too. That's good. Thanks, Tyler.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Bruin Banter TV. We're joined again by Bruins Director of Player Personnel, Rick Oakes. Rick, last time we spoke, we talked about a goaltender, Rylan Pasovich. Today we're going to talk about another 95-born goaltender. Who would that be?
Brett Luchuk, another Saskatoon goaltender. That's quite a pipeline for the Bruins with Stephen Glass and Rylan Pasovich, and now you can add Brett Luchuk to the list. Brett's originally a Spokane Chiefs draft pick, and we're excited to have him as part of our organization. He spent 2 years with the Beardies Blackhawks, and this year he's going to be playing at the Saskatoon Blazers. Very solid goaltender, technically sound, he moves very well. Just a great character kid, good leader, and we're expecting big things from him in midget this year and looking for him to step in next year as an 18-year-old and be a part of our organization.
Now, his first, I guess, experience at a Bruins camp was in the spring camp this year, right?
No, fall camp was Brett's first experience. He was actually listed by another SJHL team, and he was dropped in the spring. And we were lucky enough to get him added onto our list, and we're excited to have him. So fall camp was his first opportunity to come and check out the city of Estevan and the facilities that we can offer. And his fall camp was phenomenal, and we expect him to continue that into his AAA season. And at some point, we're hoping we can maybe AP him and bring him up for a couple games in our regular season here as well. So.
Yeah, like you said, he's been pretty impressive here in fall camp. What have you seen from him in terms of his style of play and what makes him so effective?
I think the big thing with Brett is he competes so hard. He never gives up on a puck, and he's always fighting to get back into position, and he never lets a goal get him down. So he competes hard, and he's a great character kid. I think he's going to be a good goaltender in the SJHL and a very good goaltender for the Estevan Bruins.
Now, anyone who looks at his numbers last year, obviously they don't look great, but when you take into consideration, he played for a Beardies Blackhawks club that wasn't that great. How important is it for you to be able to see him in person, to kind of give a face to what you see from the stats?
Yeah, his numbers weren't great last year with Beardies, but he had some health issues that just took his momentum away and put him behind the 8 ball at certain points during the season. And he was in a tough competition with another goaltender who was a year older, and we did a lot of research as far as his background, talked to his coach, talked to him about his leadership, his character, and that's key things that Keith's addressed and wants as part of his program as head coach. And Brett brings all of that, and like I said, we were excited to get him added onto our list.
Welcome back to Bruins Banter TV. We're joined by Bruins head coach and GM Keith Cassidy. Keith, you guys are doing a little meet and greet here. Yep. Obviously, you've got a lot of new faces this year, and it's important for them to kind of understand the importance of community involvement, and obviously good for you guys to get out around town.
Yeah, especially early in the season. I mean, the guys last year did such a good job getting involved in the community, and we want to keep that tradition going. And it's good for the new guys to get out and see a bit of what we have going on in the city, and being down here at Power Dodge for the meet and greet, I think is a fantastic way of starting it off.
Kind of a busy week on the roster moves front. Obviously a trade, and you've got some players who were reassigned from the WHL and also a few cuts of your own. I guess just start with the Ben Johnstone trade back on the weekend, sent to Verdun for future considerations. I guess just talk about the reasoning for that move.
Well, I mean, as we said from the start, this is going to be a very competitive camp, and there was going to be some very tough decisions. And Ben did nothing wrong. I think he did a fantastic job, came out and showed what he had to offer, and we know him from last year in terms of his hard work and his heart. And but the fact of the matter is, we ended up signing some good recruits, making a couple deals in the off season, and the ice time that I think that he would be craving this year would not be available to him. So, in fairness to him, we wanted to give him an opportunity to earn those kind of minutes, and we think he's got a good opportunity to do that in Verdun. We did make him available to other teams in the Saskatchewan Junior League, and weren't able to do anything for him that way. And I know Chad Leslie was very interested in him, and obviously with their previous relationship, I think that'll work out well for him.
Obviously, you had 3 players sent to you by WHL teams in a pretty quick time frame there. You've got, obviously, Darcy DeRoos, 17-year-old forward, another 17-year-old forward, and Hunter Smith, as well as 18-year-old D-man Sean Whalen. DeRoos is in camp. Just talk about what you might expect from him if he's able to stick around.
Well, DeRoos is somebody that we've cautiously been planning on. I mean, we were excited about what he did, for us last year and in that exhibition game, and obviously he's somebody that can provide something to our lineup. So we were anticipating that and hoping that he would be available, and we've definitely made room for him. The other two fellows we're currently in a holding pattern on. When Sean signed with the Regina Pats, we certainly had to go out and make some different moves to counteract that deal, and so we have those players in camp right now, and so we'll see how that all shakes out.
Now, obviously, you've made a few cuts to your own roster the last few days to get you down a little bit in numbers. Just talk about those guys that have been let go.
Yeah, it was tough because, again, we've got some good players that we let go, and whenever you release a veteran player like Denon Bosch, it is a tough decision, and in fairness to him, we're trying to make some calls for him as well to see if we can find him a place to play, because he's a very quality individual, and we'll add something to any team, and so starting with him was tough, and then we also released Wyatt Tremblay, and he came in and impressed, but again, tough decisions, and he was part of that process. And Dylan Johnner was probably one of the most emotional conversations we had of the day, because I think he came out and did a real good job in camp. But again, with the recruiting and signing that we've done in the past little while, Rick Oakes has done a tremendous job, and we are where we are, and we're happy with our lineup so far.
Okay, thanks, Keith.
Thank you.